Watch Symposium. I'm Austin. Have prices on Rolex watches here in Japan dropped because of COVID-19? That's the question I'm going to answer today. I'm not going to be able to answer it conclusively. We're just going to look at one model, but still, hopefully it'll give you a window into the current Rolex market here in Japan. All right, first things first, wristwatch check. Am I still wearing the Casio World Time? No. I was able, after over 2 weeks, to rip it from my wrist. I felt like I was ripping that Marvel character Venom from my body. I mean, it felt great having it on, but when I liberated myself, I realized I really am a mechanical watch guy. This is a Vostok Amphibia, rattly, beautiful analog dial, mechanical goodness. This is what this channel is about. It was a dark 2 weeks, an interesting 2 weeks. Don't let those Casios get their convenient little meat hooks in you. I know how Brock felt, all right? Okay, so we're gonna look at the GMT Master 2 16710. And I bought a P serial from 2000 about a year ago. Box, no papers. I found it on Rakuten. Rakuten's an internet site where brick and mortar shops sell their goods across Japan. And it was the cheapest GMT Master 2 in Japan about a year ago. Link in the description to my unboxing of that watch. And it was 969,000 yen. And after I bought it, I watched prices. They continued to rise to over 1 million yen. And about 6 months ago, you could not, in Japan, get a GMT Master 2 16710 for less than 1 million yen. But COVID-19 is upon us, and we're going to look at the 9 cheapest GMT Master 2 16710s on Rakuten. All right, well, let's get into it. Here they are. Just ignore that bezel insert, Pepsi bezel insert, selling for over $1,000. Let's look at the first piece, and this is the very cheapest GMT Master 2 in Japan at the moment. And you can see it is an all black, just like my P serial was. This is a K serial from 2000-2001, and it's 891,000 yen. That's about 800 USD, give or take, cheaper than my P serial. And it's got the same stats as my P serial. This is made about the same year. It's a Swiss-made dial with a Superluminova holes case, solid in-link bracelet. This is no box, no papers, and it looks like it's got the original bezel insert, the fat font with the serifs on it, and it's running plus 10 a day, so probably needs a service or maybe at least just to be demagnetized. And this is quite a bit cheaper than even the second piece we're going to look at. So cheapest GMT Master 2 in Japan. Here it is. Look at it. Found yesterday. You got to wonder why. Why? Is this shop, are they just hurting? Do they just need to cash out? I don't know. You go up to number 2 and it's quite a bit more. It's 958,000 yen. This is about $100 cheaper than what I paid. This is another P serial, just like me. This is a Coke, and no box, no papers. It's running fast, about plus 12 a day, so it needs to be serviced or perhaps just a demagnetization service on it. And you can see the upper right lug has quite a ding in it, and I don't think polish would get that out at all, but a lot of people would say this is a prime candidate for a laser weld. I would rather have the ding, to be honest, but definitely that's quite a ding. And yeah, I don't know how I feel about that. Certainly gives character to the watch, that's for sure. All right, so this is number 2. All right, number 3 is about the same price that I paid for my P serial. It's about $10 less. And this is a T serial from 1996. And 1996 watches had the tritium dials, so this will have a tritium dial on it. And you can see that below the 6 indices, the tritium markings. It's got the older clasp, not a flip-lock clasp, just the older clasp. A lot of wear on that clasp. And if you look at the lower right lug, It's got a gash as well, and polishing is probably not going to take that out, but it's a usable piece. Hollow end link bracelet, holes case, and this appears to have papers. Now, I've never seen papers like this, but yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure. They are not the papers I'm familiar with. They have some kind of papers, but no box. Anyway, so yep, about the same price as I paid for my P serial about a year ago. All right, number four. All right, number 4 is an A serial from 1999, and this has hollow end links, holes case, and I'm looking at a small picture, but it looks to have a Swiss-made dial. And this is box, no papers. It's running +1 a day, so that's pretty good. And 978,000 yen. And this is a Coke, of course. All right, number 5, another all black. This is an F serial. F serials came out 2003 to 2005. This is a 2004. And this is the most modern of the pieces. It has a no holes case, solid end link bracelet, and of course the Super Luminova. And it has a box, no papers, and you can see the side of the case, a lot of hairline scratches. So this would be a prime candidate for a polishing if that's your thing. Or if you like that, that aged look, you could just keep it as is, I suppose. And what can I say about it? It's got the thin font bezel insert, and I want to say they changed those around 2002. Don't quote me on that, but the earlier I want to say 2000 and earlier, maybe 2001 and earlier, had that fat font bezel insert with the serifs. If you get a bezel insert replacement these days, it'll be this. So all of my bezel inserts that I've had changed out have this thin font, and that's one of the reasons why I pried off my bezel so I could get that fat font serifed bezel insert, because I didn't want to take it to RSC. They would have taken it from me, and so anyway, another candidate, again, box, no papers. All right, number 6, this is another Coke, all right, and this is P serial. So again, 2000, just like mine, 980,000 yen, and it appears to have box, no papers. But the interesting thing about this is it has a Jubilee bracelet. So it's the only of these 9 pieces on a Jubilee bracelet. So they are a lot more rare to find like this. And the Jubilee bracelet would have hollow end links, all of the 5-digit, GMT Jubilee bracelets are hollow end linked. And so P serial. And this looks to have the original bezel insert, because you can see it's got the fat fonts with the serifs. All right. So this is number 6. Still haven't passed 1 million yen yet, so prices definitely have gone down. But obviously it's the, it's the no box, no papers. I don't think that these have been serviced, or at least, they didn't polish them and service them, so hence the cheaper price. And these are the kind of pieces where you might want to check out if you're looking for that unpolished example. All right. Now, our 7th piece is, all right, this is A serial. So 1999, it is 987,800 yen. It's got a hollow end link bracelet and holes case. During the A serial, they switched from the hollow end link to the solid end link bracelet. So some of them have hollow end links, some have solid end links. This one has hollow end links. And yeah, you can see a beautiful picture of the fat font serifed 2 on the bezel. So that would be a original bezel insert. And number 8 is a GMT Master 2. Yeah, I'm just making sure. Y serial. So Y serials came out, I want to say, in 2002. And on one more year, and it's escaping me right now. I want to say 2001, 2002. All right. And this would be an earlier one because they started filling in those lug holes towards the latter part of the Y serials, and you can see that this has lug holes, solid and link bracelet, and yeah, it's got the fat font bezel insert. Papers, now these are the kind of papers that I'm familiar with, and this could be an unpolished piece. Look at the side of that case. So a lot of hairline scratches there. And I want to say this is papers, no box. 17 centimeters on the bracelet, so missing some links, but yeah, all right. And our final piece is actually not even a 16710, it's a 16700. This is just a straight GMT, but it's the only Pepsi of the bunch, just shy, about 20 bucks shy of yen, 998,000 yen. It's an X serial from 91, and so this would certainly have a tritium dial. And I'm looking at the bezel insert, and I'm not seeing fat font serif, so my guess is this could be a replacement bezel insert. Looks to have no box, no papers, and there you go. All right, so this isn't even sort of a 16710, but it popped up, and it was the only Pepsi of the bunch. So there you go. And the cheapest 9 GMT Master 2s and 1 GMT in Japan. So prices certainly seem to have gone down. You know, what do I make of it? Is it COVID-19, or are these pieces just not good enough to charge more for? Well, I mean, considering I got a P serial box, no papers, it was the cheapest in Japan, and it was 969,000 yen. You know, some of these are the kind of the same. No papers, box only, and they're kind of hovering around the same price. So prices seem to be down a little bit, but it's not like you could get a deal here, really. Well, I mean, I guess if you're a tourist and you're not having to pay taxes, maybe, but, you know, I think sometimes people say, you know, the bubble's going to burst, and I'm waiting for that. I'm going to swoop in and just pick up a bunch of, you know, Rolex watches, and I'll be laughing at you guys. You'll hear comments and read comments like that. It's never going to happen. I mean, you can see a couple hundred, maybe $500 discounts on Rolex watches, but they're not going to tank, and I don't think they're ever going to tank. And I think one of the reasons they're not going to tank is because everyone knows that once this crisis is past us, these pieces are going to shoot back up, all right? And so the only reason somebody, in my opinion, would discount these prices and sell them is because they have to. Because if they don't have to and they can hold, I think things will be back to normal. So interesting, a lot of pieces below 1,000,000 yen. Will we be like this in a year? You know, a year from now, I'm definitely going to have my eye on the GMT Master 2 market here in Japan. And my guess is once this is all over, that things will go back up, and you won't be able to find a GMT Master 2 for less than 1,000,000 yen. But let me know what you think. What are your predictions? I think we'll get past this. I think prices will go back up. But perhaps this is the time to splash out on a GMT Master 2 if you have the chance. Yeah, I mean, it's not like prices were 5 or even 6 years ago, but it's at least better than they were a year ago. Let me know what you think. Take care. Thanks for watching. See you next time. Thanks again for watching. Be sure to like the video, throw in a comment. It helps it out. Take care.